So being a little flamboyant kid and going to church all the time, like you said, you had a little sugar in your tank. What was the process of coming out like to yourself and then to everybody else?
It was really hard, honestly. It was a journey. You with me? You with me? Okay. So it was definitely hard at first because in the church you're told that all the things, like as a gay person, you're feeling when you're growing up. You don't know exactly what everything is, but you're growing up and you're feeling these things. And in the church you're being told that that's wrong, that's not right. No, da da da. And it was very hard because it's literally like you're taught it at a very young age. And it's literally something you have to like turn your brain off to and like say, no, that's not exactly how it is. God made me who I am. It's not like a bad habit I picked up. No, it's who I am. He made me this way, and that's just what it is. I might be different from all the other people around me, but I'm still me. And it was definitely hard for many years going to church 5 days a week.
Wow.
to being okay with who I was as a person. There was definitely a lot of turmoil built up over the years because, you're wrong, this ain't right, I'm going to hell, this, that, and the third. It was definitely hard to overcome. But it wasn't until I came out and started living my life for myself as I can honestly say that I was truly happy. So I'm so happy that I was able to do it.
And when was that? When did you really accept being gay and sort of step into the gay community?
Well, I've always had like a little outlet to the gay community because my eldest sibling, she's a trans woman.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and
that helps.
It definitely helped along the journey. And it wasn't until I actually like verbally said it out loud was my junior year in high school. I was actually a part of the Winter Guard team, and all the boys on the Winter Guard team, we all would have sleepovers, and then literally it was one night before one of our big competitions, and we had a king size bed. We were all laying in the bed. I was in the middle, of course, and
Lady Red, you like to be in the middle too.
Ooh, yeah.
It was a reverse Oreo, honey. But I was literally like, I was like, y'all, I think I'm gay. And it was just dead silent for like 3 minutes. It's like, and they're like, we know. I was like, okay. So I was like, oh, cool, work, slay. And then I just slowly started coming out to more and more people as time went along. And now everybody know when I'm coming down the street. Oh, hey, girl, very that,
Now, when did drag start to tip into your life? Like, what was your first exposure to drag?
Well, actually, my first time ever seeing like anything drag related was the show Drag Race. It was on TV, and I stayed up late at night to watch it. I was supposed to be in the bed because grandma was very strict on that. But yeah, and then also my trans sister, she is amazing. And actually, it was my 18th birthday. It was after my 18th birthday. It was right going to her. God, was it her 36th birthday? Ooh, she gonna kill me.
Ooh.
She gonna get my ass for that one. But it was her birthday, and I had just turned 18 like 3 months prior, and I'd never been out to the club or anywhere. And she was having a birthday show at the club that we were going to. She was like, come on out, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna have a good kiki or whatever, this, that, and the third. So I came out and I saw the show, and I was like, oh my gosh. I could do that. I want to do that. And then I started gathering all my things. My mentality was to getting together. I was getting a garment ready. And then a couple months later, there she was on stage doing her first talent show, living her best life.
Now, it's a famous story of the name Heidi N Closet, but give it to us one more time.
Okay, so what had happened was, being from the small country town that I am from, there's a lot of men who were like myself, grew up very Christian, religious, very, very that. And being the out gay man that I was, very delicate and soft and supple looking that I was, a lot of them were closeted and they would always hit on me and try and get my goodies. And I'd be always like, no, there's no reason to be hiding in the closet. And then I went to go do that first drag show that we just talked about, and they were like, hey, baby, what's your name? I was like, I haven't really thought about a name. What should I name myself? And then I literally thought, like, ooh, hide in the closet. There we go, clink. And 5 years later, here we are, still hiding in the closet.
Right. Whether RuPaul liked it or not.
Whether it got changed 17 times or not. It's still a closet, yeah.
Now, did you have a drag mother or a mentor in drag?
Yes, I do. I have a drag mother. She's also a trans woman. Her name is Simone. She is originally from North Carolina, but she is currently residing in Tampa, Florida. She's fabulous. She's done pageants. She's been in the continental scene for a while. She's lovely. She's really taught me how to carry myself and how to be a business, like how to like not just have to go to the club and just like work for tips. She really taught me how to start branding myself and really like make people want who Heidi is. So she's definitely helped me a lot on my way. And she also helped with hair because she does hair sometimes for me. And I'm just like, ooh, I don't do hair. I can't even do my real hair. So I get mysterious when it comes to hair. So yeah, but she's been a fabulous influence on me, yeah.
You know, it's interesting. A lot of Drag Race fans don't really understand that trans women, trans queens, have been a really big part of drag for
Since
many years.
Beginning, literally, the beginning. Like they've been so influential about a part of our community. They've been there for us. We have to be there for them in their time of needs as well.
Yeah, right now it's so important for us all to talk about Black Trans Lives Mattering. Our very own special Black Trans Life right in the corner here, my beautiful Lady Red.
Exactly.
It's quite a moment, but we all have to, especially drag fans, have to understand that that's the history, right?
It is. You can't forget the history. Yes, we're all looking to the future, but you have to remember where we came from.
Yeah.
Exactperiod.com//.
Exactly, Heidi. So you have talked about struggling with poverty. I mean, I think you said before Drag Race you have made $9,000 working at the gas station.
Oh, life has been a struggle growing up, especially from where I'm from. You know, because I've experienced, even at my young age, I've experienced discrimination. I've experienced a lot of bigotry in the workplace. I literally had to quit a job once because of people found out that I did drag and they said, well, what do we call it?
Wow.
I was like, it, bitch, I'm not a clown. The you mean? Don't do it again. So I left there, and also I've like at the gas station where I made $9,000 in a year. I was the trainer, so when we'd get new hires, because our turnover rate was high, because no one would ever stay long time, because they even treated new people bad. But the turnover rate was high, and I'd be the one to train the people. And I realized that I'm training these people, and they're being trained making more money than I am.
Wow.
So I'm literally teaching people how to do the job, and I'm being paid less than them. And I was the only Black person there. And I was like, oh, so this is where we're going with this. So then I was like, nope, not doing this. I quit, and then 2 months later, I auditioned for Drag Race.
The perfect time. Oh my gosh. Was that the first time you auditioned when you auditioned?
It was my first time auditioning. Literally, it was a last-minute decision because I wasn't going to this year. I didn't think I was ready. I really didn't. And literally this one queen from back at home, she posted, "It's time." And you know, you're not really supposed to let people know you're auditioning when you like, if you disappear all of a sudden and people knew you were auditioning, it's like, oh, she got all da, 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 and they don't like that. So I was like, well, clearly it's not her time, but maybe it's my time. Sent in my application. A couple months later, there I was.
There you were.
Hi, TV. I'll get on before you do.
Now, you at home, make sure that you're following us on all social media, and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., at Hey Qween TV. Heidi, it's time to get into it.
Get into it. Get into it.
We are going to get into, wait, we just got a kick from Heidi. Do it again, Heidi. Yes!
Y'all gonna see my goodies.
Now, when you got there, Heidi, and you're about to walk into the workroom, what's that moment like?
Oh, goodness. It's like, first, it's cold. So it's like, oh, it's real cold in here. Ooh. Luckily, I'm wearing like 3 layers of tights and 12 pounds of makeup and a wig and all these other extra things and stuff. And then you go around that corner and you see where you walk in. Because it's like, if I'm right here, that's where you would walk in. And it's like, I see the curtain. You see that light thing on the back of it. It's like, oh my God, I'm here. Oh God, oh God. And you start feeling your heart beat really, really fast. And I was getting so nervous. It was so bad. I was like, and as you cut that corner, it's like you're stepping into the TV. It's like, oh goodness, let's go. Press play.
Right. When RuPaul came in the workroom and was like, I hate that name.
Oh, bitch.
What do you do? What the heck do you do?
I was like, bitch, I already lost. But now it was like, oh, but y'all brought me here. But y'all already knew y'all hated my name. But I was like, okay, so we're not gonna get defensive because I've watched every season of the show. I know like how things sometimes play out. If you get defensive or aggressive or hateful to the judges, bitch, you're going home very soon. So I was like, okay, I know I can't do that. So I was like, okay, I mean, she's laughing about it. She's still having fun with it. So, just have fun with her. And, literally she says it all the time. Her favorite thing in the world is to laugh. So I was like, okay, bitch, well, I'm going to make you laugh any chance I got. Literally, you going to walk in here, I'm saying, do whatever I got to do to make you laugh, honey. So I know you like to laugh. Don't play with me. But yeah, so I just had fun with everything. And I as you saw, I think it showed I had fun with everything.
We saw at home that you were Heidi Hydrates, Heidi Ho, Heidi Aphrodite. Did they tell you, did you say, okay, now I'm changing my name to this? Or is that a thing that they did later and you found out when you watched at home?
No, it was an ongoing thing. It was literally every time I hit it, they like, Heidi Ho, Heidi Who, Heidi Duty, Heidi something. I was like, oh, honey, I got all the last names. But my mentality was, okay, so they hate my name and they're giving me all these names, but guess what? They remember me.
Yes.
They're thinking of me. They're talking about me, which is never a bad thing because
Yeah.
you don't want to fall into the background. You never want to fall into the background. And I don't think I could because I had 17 names. So I was like, at least I'm here. At least they're talking about me.
Yeah, and even if RuPaul hates your name, it means
She knows it.
He knows your name,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. That's why I did not take offense. I'm like, oh, at least she knows it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the most important thing.
Period.
Let's talk about some of the highlights. You did Snatch Game. Everybody's always worried about Snatch Game. Now, you were Leslie Jones.
Was
You
I?
looked great.
Was I Leslie Jones?
Or who do you think you looked like?
I think I kind of look like her. I don't think my mannerisms were at all Leslie Jones. I think my answers may have been kind of Leslie Jones because literally she did her a live tweet and when she was like, yeah, I would have said that. That's what I would have said. She's like, well, she won for me because that's what I would have said. I'm like, thank you. I take it. I take those. I take those.
Now, you did the Droop Challenge and you won with Heidi's Hydrate Multi-Purpose Lotion.
Coming to you soon, hopefully.
Yeah. And you did the thing that some queens don't always do, which is when RuPaul gives you advice in the workroom, take the advice.
Surprise, it works out. Surprise.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Woo. Who would think that if you take someone's advice, that's actually like a head judge of the show, it would help. Oh my God, who would have thought? Oh my God. But yeah, I did because I've always wanted to outdo myself. That's literally my goal every time I get in drag is to outdo what I did the last time. And first and foremost, I've always watched the show, of course, and you see the girls who don't take the advice, they go home real short after. And I was like, that's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna be the girl that looks back at me like, dang, I should have took her advice and didn't and went home. So I never wanted that to happen to me. So I literally, anytime she said something, I was like, I hear you. I'm gonna work on it. Let's go, press play. Literally, press the go button, go, let's do it. So yeah.
Did you feel like it was rocky? Because you really gained speed and people started to look at you.
Oh, bitch. Rocky is an understatement. I was Mount Rushmore. Oh, honey, it was a real rocky start. Oh, my goodness. No, I do not think, other than my personality, people saw me as a threat. No one saw me. No one was placing bets on Heidi. Let's be honest. Nobody was placing bets on me. And, I definitely did have probably one of the harder starts to the season. But I think I bounced back pretty well.
You did.
Bounced back. I wanted to come in strong. And, it just didn't work out that way. Headdresses sometimes fall off. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have allergic reaction.
Right.
You have to go to the hospital and have 1 hour of sleep.
Ooh, what was that like with the allergic reaction?
That was literally the hardest 24 hours of my life when I look back at it. Like literally, it was, at first I had the rough day on set And then I get back to the hotel, my lip goes like this. And I have to go to the hospital. And you can't leave until you show signs of getting better. So literally, I couldn't get back to the hotel until like an hour before I had to wake up.
Wow.
So it was definitely hard. But I definitely had a really rough start to the season. But I think it spoke to my tenacity level and like my gumption of wanting to prove myself to not just the judges, but to the other girls and to myself, most importantly, that I could stick it out and work and go hard like the rest of them and be one of the top girls. And I made it close to the end, very close. So
Yeah.
Hello, children.